Hello, Professor Halsey here, and this is section 4.3 in our Zybooks for CEIS150. We're looking at overriding class methods, and we've done this a couple times, but now we get to focus on it a little bit more in detail. And the method that we're going to override is display function. All right, so in item, we have a display method. It displays name and quantity. But when we come down and add produce, then we need to add our expiration date. Yes, so that was old news. We did that before, right? So we overrode the display method. And I don't think we did it the same way, but this will then allow us to call it either way we want to, either through item or through produce. All right, so then we create a new item called item, and we set the name to cereal and our quantity to 9, and then we have it display the item, which gives us this over here, the Smith cereal in 9. Again, feel free to take these and put them in your sandbox or on the DeVry desktop in Python and run them. That's the important part, is seeing the code run and letting your mind understand what the different pieces of code do. So until you see it run, a lot of times it doesn't click. So as you write the code, run it, and watch what it does. All right, so then we create item 2 called produce, so that's from the extended class and our derived class. And it involves all of item and adds an attribute called expiration. Okay, and then it's going to redefine display and add the expiration date in there. So when we display item 2, we get the apples 40 and then the expiration date. Okay, and I've run it here in my window just to show that we get the same output. So if we wanted to create another item, item 3, we'll leave it a piece of produce, and this time we're going to make it milk. We have 20 of them on hand, and they only last till April 2025. All right. Let me run that, and you'll see the new output added to it. So all we have to do now is to continue to add items. Okay, when the derived class defines the method being overwritten, that method is placed in the class's namespace, because attribute reference search the inheritance tree by starting the search in the current branch of the tree and then working backwards through the derived, starting with the derived class and then working backwards toward the base class. The method called will always be the method defined in the instances class, okay, the current instance, unless you specifically tell it you want the other one, but we're not doing that right now, so we'll look at the questions they're asking us. Assume my item is an instance of item and my produce is an instance of produce, with classes items and produce defined as above. Okay. All right. Will my item display call the display function for item or for produce? My item is an instance of item, so it would call the display function for item. Okay, well, the myProduce display, call the display function for item or for produce. For produce. Okay, provide a statement within the display method of the produce class to call the method of produce's base class. Now again, remember, you get to one of these, you're not sure exactly what you're looking for because that one sounded a little iffy. Now I know what it's talking about. I'm going back to the original item. So within the produce class, I want to call the display method of the base class. Well, the base class is item, and the method there that we want to call is display. There we go. Okay, if produce did not have its own display method defined, the display method of which class would be called in the following code? Type error if appropriate. All right, so we create a piece of object called produce P from the produce class, and then we call p.display. And I'm going to go with produce since we created it from, if produce does not have its own display method and we call display under produce, then it would go back to the base class, which is item. Okay. Our challenge activity here today is to define a member method called print all for the class pet data. Okay, so we'll look down here. Here's the class pet data, and they want us to add a print all method for this particular portion of the class. Make use of the base class's print all method as well, is what they're telling us. Okay. So we're going to come under here and define our function called print all with the self parameter, and we're going to use our animal data dot print all function like they told us to, and then we'll print using the format command, and we want ID colon, and in here we want the self dot ID num, and there we go. I think that's what they're looking for. That should give us our name. Age comes from here in the print animal data print all, and our ID should come from here in the current method. All right, so let's run that. And we passed our test. Thank you, and come back and join me for 4.4, is a versus has a, composition versus inheritance.